Hi, welcome to this week's headlines. I'm Keith Kam. Let's get going with the highlights. 1MDB is back in the limelight again. This time, the Finance Ministry-owned company provided a nice graphical depiction of where its 42 billion ringgit went. All this around the same time that Bank Negara announced it has launched a probe into 1MDB's investments abroad and its foreign debt. Datuk Sri Abdul Hadi Awang has retained his place as past president, a post he has held since 2002. The top party posts, in fact, were won by the more religious pro-ulama faction. Now, with past suggestion to sever ties with DAP, but still stay with Pakatan, is any indication it will be interesting to watch the developments. The FIFA corruption scandal is developing as quickly as a politician changes his explanations. Sepp Blatter has resigned as FIFA president less than 4 days after being re-elected. Others who had been implicated now say they want to spill the beans. Jang, jang, jang. For our main story this week, Malaysia Airlines. Some 20,000 staff of our national carrier found out if they will still be employed in the airline, and if they are retained, what the new terms of their employment would be. Well, let's find out. Okay, this is all part of the 6 billion ringgit restructuring of the airlines undertaken by Khazanah Nasional and led by new CEO Christoph Mueller. Part of the exercise will see about a third of the current workforce being let go, all this in preparation for the new airline's incarnation, which will take off on September 1st. Now, who is this Christoph Mueller? We know he's German. But is he the man to bring MH back to profitability? Well, he has a rather impressive track record. Between 1994 and 1999, he helped turn Germany's Lufthansa Airlines around. And then he moved on to Belgium's national airline, Sabena, but then failed. Sabena eventually had to declare bankruptcy and is now known as Brussels Airline. Following that, he went on to Ireland's Aer Lingus, which during his 4.5 years there, he managed to help it break even in just 1 year. Now, Mueller does not sugarcoat things. He revealed Malaysia Airlines, for all the assets it has, it is technically bankrupt and has been so even before 2014, before MH370 and MH17. His prescription, a hard reset, to treat the airline as if it were a startup. His aim, to break even by 2018. Since taking the helm officially in May, Mueller has already renegotiated suppliers' contracts with an aim to cull about 2/3 of them. There will also be some capacity reductions, but Mueller says MAS will remain a full-service international airline and there will be no reduction to its domestic services. There have been criticisms about hiring a foreigner to handle the company, but maybe this is a good thing. Now, you know how it is when you have one party in charge for too long? But let's talk about the airline's human capital now. Staff reduction is a necessary step as this comprises the second highest cost to the airline after jet fuel. While this helps the company reduce costs, there is no denying that 6,000 people will be without jobs come September. Now, we've been able to catch up with several MAS employees who have received their letters of offer. These are the lucky ones who have managed to keep their jobs. We were told the terms of their employment are different now, some with marginal salary cuts, some remain the same. However, what is noticeable are their opportunities for claims, which previously were significant enough to supplement even their basic income. They did agree though that it is still too early in the game to judge if this were an improvement or not. But what about those who weren't so lucky? What about them? Several organizations and companies have expressed a willingness to absorb laid-off staff into their payroll. Among them, the Penang State Government, Grab Taxi, or known locally as My Taxi, as well as even AirAsia. We spoke with Malindo Air's CEO Chandran Ramamurthy. He told us absorbing some of the staff goes along well with his own expansion plans.
We are planning to bring in sets of 8 Boeing 737 aircraft this year. To put that into network, you definitely need people, be it pilot, co-pilot, engineers, cabin crew, the supporting team, the non-technical team like call center or the marketing people. We would need at least between 500 to 600 for these 8 aircraft to be operated in this year. In fact, we have got a lot of calls from those employees who were not extended their services, and actually we are talking to them in terms of their qualifications and so on. But we welcome more people to apply to us, to contact our HR and giving their data, and we can conduct an interview for them.
So not all is lost for the laid-off staff. There is a future ahead. They just need to keep their chins up and be open to opportunities. For now, the challenges for Khazanah Nasional and Christoph Mueller have been laid before them. Can they turn the airline around within 3 years, as they have said? The rebranding of the airline happens on September 1st, reportedly with new livery. Let's do an evaluation once they have completed their first quarter. Now that would be around end December. We will see if the changes prescribed have made any effect. Now it's a tough road ahead, but Malaysia Airlines is Malaysia's pride, and you can't make an omelette without breaking an egg. Thanks for joining me for this week's headlines. If you'd like to know more about MAS and its history, check out our BFM case study videos by Nadia Hassan over here. For now, have a great weekend ahead, and I'll see you next time.